folks. I'm going to do a video color code here. It's Eric 67 Chevelle. I'm going to change the bezel on this. Of course, you got to remove the whole dash to do this. Which the headlights wasn't working. The reason they weren't working because it wasn't plugged in to the headlight switch, and it's almost impossible to get up in there to plug those in without pulling the headlight switch down. Then it's hard to get it back in the hole. But I don't know what this stuff is. They patched this rust underneath this thing is. It's silver, like, I don't know, it's like Bondo, but it's silver. I don't know, I've never seen it before. But alright, let's flip this thing over that way. Try to do this one again, get me a color code here. There we go. Let's see if I can set you all down. Sorry for the dizzy bouncing. I want to try to video the color code here a little bit as I take it out, take it apart. Alright, let's hope I can get a good view of it here. Alright, let's see if we're getting in there. Okay, yeah, I can see pretty good. Okay. I'm going to go the way I'm looking at it here. This is actually bottom left, but I can say top right. It looks like it's got a color code on it here, dark blue. They've been in there for some years. I'm going to have to test them bulbs before I pop them back in. What's that? Dark blue too. Looks like dark blue. Gray. Yep, says gray right there. Let me see. Got pink and colorblind here. Pink and tan. Pink and brown. Looks like orange. I think that's the clock. Alright. Gray. Middle. Man, them things are tough. Light green. Pink and dark blue. Gray. Gray. Light blue. Have to polish them bulbs. And this is pink and tan. Mess up this gauge here. It's the gas gauge. Have to be very careful taking it off. There we go. Looks good. Okay. Now I've got to untape little holders here. Actually, little holders will pull right out. I'll have to retape them. Retape them to the harness. Much easier to do this out of the car. Wasn't easy to get the dash out. There we go. That's out. Yeah, it had up here. Had a screw on the side and screws underneath the dash right here. Another one on the side right here. Had to take the steering column loose from the bottom of the dash and had to take it loose from the firewall. Had to take the speedometer loose. The wiring don't look too bad on this car. I'll have to do a little bit of patchwork and tape it up a little bit here and there. But the reason the headlights wasn't working, they weren't plugged in. Alright, let me get you all out of here. Okay, we got a plastic replacement bezel to go on there. So let's hope we got the right setup here. She's gonna look good. One other problem, looks like they replaced the dash front piece right here, and they didn't put no screws or nuts to hold it on the back. But one thing that was wrong on this is the replacement one they give you doesn't come with the little, I don't know what you call them, nuts that hold the piece on. They went ahead and put a piece of plastic one on here. Instead of giving you the little inserts to go in here to screw them in, they have you use the old ones, and they make a cutout in the back of this bezel for the old ones to fit in. Well, the problem with that is it's not a perfect cut to get everything to line up, and they don't fit together good. Leaves a gap right there. I just don't like the way that is. It just holds it out so far that you can't, you know, you really got to bend that thing to get it to screw up here. I mean, bolt up. I don't know what they had for nuts they were speed nuts that held them on, or looks like it could have been a speed nut, but there's holes in the center like it has screws that go into it. I'm gonna have to figure something out to hold that on. I can't let that sit like that. And this here, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. I mean, this is the bezel we got to work with, and there's really no way of popping those things out. I'd be afraid to do more damage than good. Slide a little. Yeah, that's one piece plastic. There ain't no popping that stuff out. It's a plastic bezel. I don't even know if they're made plastic. I've got another one right here I can touch just to feel. This one's plastic too. And see, this one has the big flat piece that screws in. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it screws in and it actually holds the bezel from here instead of the factory chrome piece. So I'm gonna have to, I don't really want to damage them factory chrome pieces there, but it looks like if we're gonna be using this plastic piece here, I'm gonna have to cut these all the way around to where they fit inside here. I'll do some serious grinding on them, I guess. I hate doing that. They're real. But it looks like that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it and be able to use this plastic bezel. And to think I only took this apart just to change the bezel around the speedometer here. But on these old cars, that's what you run into all the time. There's always something. Now would have been a real good time to finish taking this apart and painting that dash. See where they missed it when they painted the interior. Alright. We got this car all tore apart up in here. And you could see where there was a bunch of media blast on top of the dashboard parts underneath it. Still sand and stuff sitting in here. But I was wondering, every time I'd reach up in here and touch something, I'd get trash in my eyes. I figured, you know, it's just a little bit of dust, but man, every time I'd touch it, I was getting blasted. Alright, we're going to clean this up and try to put it together, get it going. Alright, thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day. We got a nice cloudy one started. It's probably going to thunderstorm here in a day or two. Beautiful Florida weather. Maybe we'll get the thunderstorms in the afternoons every day. Cool this hot box building off. This thing gets nice and hot in the summertime. The sun hits it. You can take my laser beam meter up there. You know, that's 148, 158 degrees when the sun's hitting it. It's pretty warm. And for some reason that back left corner back there where my toolbox is, I don't know, it just bakes back there. Even when the door's open you can feel the heat. Alright, y'all have a good day. We'll come back to it when we get her in. I've got to put radiator in this. Fans, they send things separately. They sent the fans separate and they only sent me one fan. And then they send me these things to install the fans to the radiator. Not happening. You're not installing it to a radiator, you're installing it to a shroud. And this is a company that sells this, you know, as a package thing. And then they drop ship it from everywhere. And we got about 5 inches clearance. So hopefully we got the right amount of clearance here. This big block's got the long water pump on the front. It's got the alternator on the right hand side. The other way around on the big blocks, usually the alternator and power steering pumps on this side with an external reservoir that fits up here on the side. But that's for a real big block car. This one here is a, I guess it's a 135. They call it a 135 small block car. 136 small block car. That one's a real 138 big block car, SS. And I went through a whole bunch, changing pulleys, getting the right pulleys to fit for the right application on this one. Probably getting blinded by the sun now, but you can see that one's got an external reservoir with a power steering pump. And there's a lot of different bracketry that holds it all together. My little transmission mount holds my transmission up while I'm doing all my cleaning. Alright folks, that's where we're at. Working on this chevelle today. Y'all have a good day for the third time. Thanks for watching.